When I first gave my life to Jesus, I was about 14, 15, and my parents had just split up. I was being bullied at school. I was just going through such a hard time, and it felt like the weight of the world was on top of my shoulders. And one weekend, my friend's like, "Hey, do you want to come for a sleepover and come to church with me the next day?" And I just thought, sure, why not? And I went to church and I gave my life to Jesus. But I guess the story that I want to share is that that wasn't what I was doing at home, like what I was doing at church, and the person I was at school and in my everyday life were two different people.
Our sin erased, we're forgiven.
And when I turned 18, I went through another really rough patch where I was in a long-term relationship, and we'd broken up, and I again was being bullied. I felt quite lonely. I had no friends, and I really just had to turn to Jesus and rely on Him and rely on His strength. And that's when He said, He's like, "Sonya, you've got to stop sitting on the fence. Like, you either want to come into my field or you want to go or not be." And that's when I fully dedicated myself to God. From that point, God really did some transformation in my life. He gave me the courage to move to Sydney. He gave me the strength to be able to work through my relationships with my friends and my family, and He just became my solid rock, and He filled the place of loneliness that rested in my soul.
Lift your voice and sing.
A Bible verse that He gave to me long ago, and He reminds me of it every day, is from Isaiah 58:11, and it talks about that we are like a well-watered garden, and so that's what the Bible verse says. But then on top of that, He gave me this picture that in our garden, sometimes there are weeds, and sometimes our bushes are overgrown, and some plants die, and He wants to lead us in our garden. He wants to water the parts that are really flourishing, and He wants to pull out those weeds. And every day God reveals that to me. He reveals the parts of my life that aren't Christ-like, and He makes me new and makes me more like Him.
Lifted on high, calling our song with arms out wide.
Hi, I'm Sonya, and this is my freedom story.